Morning, I'm Jimmy James. You're watching Catch It Live First. We've got coming up for you a Moto 3 race from Silverstone. Should be a cracker. A little bit later than normal. The UK races are always a little bit out of kilter. So today, there's the Moto 3 race, then there's the Moto GP race, finally followed by Moto 2. I'm not going to be able to do the Moto GP race or the Moto 2 race because Whistler Krakow are playing, and we, as a supporter, I've got to cover that, I'm afraid. But we will get this Moto 3 race in. They're probably the best races of the weekend anyway, to be honest, the Moto 3. Although the lightweight class is normally not the highlight of the weekend when often it should be. To our friends in Poland who are watching, dzień dobry, nie mówię po polski, angielski, dziękuję bardzo. Tak? Dziękuję bardzo. Empire Maker's in the chat already. Hi, Jimmy. Good to have you in, Empire Maker. Are you looking forward to the big game later on? Wisła Krakow, away at Pruskov. The guys are just taking the tyre warmers off now on the grid. They're going to be going on the warm-up lap. I'll quickly run through the qualifying. So we had Ivan Ortola, followed by Colin Vire. Good effort from Joel Kelso in third. David Alonso, championship leader in fourth. Yamanaka fifth. Jacob Roulston, another good effort from the Aussie in sixth. Stefano Nepper in seventh. Donny Olgado, eighth. Tatsuki Suzuki in ninth. Josio Antonio Rueda in 10th. Just looking for Scott Ogden had, well, he didn't even put a time in. That's all I can say. Trying to mess about to get a tour, and it didn't happen. Josh Watley has finally left Michael Laverty's team. He's not, he hasn't cut the mustard. And in fairness to him, he's struggled all season. He's just too big for a Moto 3 bike. So he's bit the bullet and the team have bit the bullet. He's left by, I'm assuming, mutual consent. And not breaking news, but new news this weekend that we found out yesterday. Eddie O'Shea is going to be joining Michael Laverty's team in September when he turns 18. So he's going to be replacing Josh Watley, like I said, who has now left Michael Laverty's team. And all we can do is wish him well on Ventures New. It's not that he's not a fast rider. It's just frustrating watching him in the Moto 3 series where he's too big for the Moto 3 bikes, even though he's still, he's just a young lad. But tip for today, for me, I don't think anybody's going to get away at the front around Silverstone. There's so much slipstreaming going on. It's really, really difficult. So I've got a feeling. Obviously, David Alonso is going to be in the mix. Kelso will fade towards the end, I get a feeling. Yamanaka could be the man today. He starts from fifth. So I'm going to be locking in Yamanaka, starting from fifth for the victory. And if you're wondering what this is down here, because you can't put any GIFs, any footage of any bikes from Moto 3, Moto GP or Moto 2, else Dorna just absolutely spit the dummy out. And they pull the live stream, you get copyrighted, even if there's something in the background where I've got my own footage where there's stuff in the background, and it's Dorna pull the plug, which is not good. So that's a little track in Wales called Lando. That was me testing a bike out with the lads at Southwest Bikers. And there's also footage down here of me in Portimao, hitting the straight at an overtake at 172 in the wet. Proud of that one. It's a good one. And the other one was trying to hit 186, which I did manage, but I didn't make turn one and ran wide. This one there, 186, but as it dipped down, I kept the throttle pinned and ended up running wide by about 30 metres. But we still hit it on a ZX10. So that's why at least there's something bike-wise we can watch. Over here, That'll be the live timings. That'll update shortly. And obviously, you've got yours truly, Jimmy James. No Name, hi. Good to have you in chat, No Name. Empire Make says it will be hard. The room I'm in feels like a sauna. We're getting ready to go. We are. Ortola got a great start there. Colin Vyer fluffed it a little bit, but nothing too drastic. We'll let them all sort themselves out. Joe Kelso takes the lead. Yamanaka, he's had a good start as well. Yeah, as you would expect for Moto 3, bit of a crazy start. So we've got... I'm just wondering if there was there a jump start there? We'll find out anyway. Hopefully not. Empire Maker says, hi, No Name. 15 laps to go. So currently we've got Kelso, P1, Ivan Ortola in P2. My man Yamanaka, he's made up a couple of places off the start. He's in third. And Joe Kelso, here's me saying before the start, you're not going to break away at Silverstone. And what's he doing? He's trying to make a break on lap 1. He won't do it though, because as soon as you go down the Hanger Straight or the Wellington Straight, you're going to get caught up because you haven't got any slipstream, and Kelso's not that much faster than everybody else that he's going to pull away. So expect him to have that gap closed by Ortega and Yamanaka, the two teammates. They'll work together and they will close that gap as they come through the Maggots-Beckett's complex, through Chapel. Now they'll be going down the Hanger Straight, and we'll see just how much a slipstream is worth, because he's got about 4 or 5 bike lengths lead as Kelso at the minute. But by the time they hit Stowe, he isn't going to have. No, it's down to... They didn't close it as much as I thought there, but he certainly lost a couple of bike lengths, as you would expect, with no draft from anybody else down the straight. And another thing, tyres are definitely going to play an issue today. David Munoz just gone straight on there. Blimey. He's having a... David Munoz having a bit of a, let's say, a hand gesture competition with was it Jacob Rulston, who he's had coming together with. They went through the gravel trap, definitely lost the 1 second that you've got to, but they lost so many positions. Hopefully we'll get a replay of that. So it's still Joe Kelso, P1. We'll do a top 10. Kelso, P1, Ortola second, Danny Orgado in third, David Alonso fourth, Yamanaka's fifth, where he started. That's my man for the race. Nepa 6th, Colin Vyer 7th, Tatsuki Suzuki in 8th. Is that Bertelli? I think that's Mario Bertelli in 9th. Jose Antonio Rueda in 10th. I'm just trying to see... They've literally gone off the... Scott Ogden, he's there. Scott Ogden, if you're a Scott Ogden fan, which I am, I've got to say, still disappointed with him yesterday, but there you go. He's in 13th. Empire Maker says, Man United lost 3-0 to Liverpool last night. Well, Empire Maker, I would say that's a good result for Manchester United, just losing by 3. Because when I saw Liverpool the other night playing against Arsenal, they were ready to go for the season, let's be honest. But it's everybody's just settling down at the front now. That gap Kelso's got is just like 0.1 of a second. So it's, and he's got, let's have a look who he's got behind him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... 7 riders in that front group, and then there's a tiny gap back to a snake of riders. So someone's off there. Oh, Scott Ogden's gone down. I'm getting absolutely sick to the back teeth. It is with Vincenti Perez, number 21. What are they doing here? Ogden's 19th and he's crashed with his teammate, Perez. It goes from bad to worse for Michael Laverty's team. Piqueras has crashed out as well at turn 18. Rueda has been given a long lap penalty. That'll be to do with David Munoz, won't it, from earlier on? Munoz, if you're a fan, he's just taken a place. He's up to 17th. And if he's going to be coming through the pack, watch out. Scott Ogden's kicking the gravel trap. No point doing that, Scott. It's your own fault. You should have tried to put a lap in yesterday. Oh, no. There was I take that back, actually. There was someone high-sided in front of Scott Ogden and took him out. But either way, you shouldn't have been back there anyway. You should have qualified better yesterday. So there you are. You reap what you sow. That's what you get for dicking about trying to get a tour. Do you know yesterday in qualifying, the first 3 on the grid all did their laps on their own, not looking for a tour. And to not even get a lap in, it's unforgivable, that. Not even to set a banker time. So there you go. Empire Maker said, that is eventful. It certainly is, mate. And Joel Kelso now has lost the lead. Donny Olgado's taken over at the front. And as we know, Olgado loves being at the front, loves dictating the pace. Whether he'll get a chance to do that around Silverstone, we'll see. 12 laps to go. They've just crossed the line. Just coming into Cops now. Then we'll have the Maggots. Sorry, what am I talking about? They're using the new pits, aren't they? They'll be coming now down the Wellington Straight. Into the left-hander at Brooklands. It is Olgado at the front, Joel Kelso in second, Ivan Ortola third, Nepper in fourth, David Alonso in fifth, he's just holding station, Yamanaka in sixth, Colin Vire seventh, Tatsuki Suzuki in eighth, Bertelli ninth, Jose Antonio Rueda in 10th. Rueda's got that. He's got that little bit of a gap that he needs to cross. So we're now going down the Hanger Straight. There's a definite gap now. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's about 12 bikes in what you would call a front group. As they come into Vale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, Adrian, there's a front group of 11 with Fernandez bringing up the rear. He's just put the fastest lap of the race in, actually, 209.7. Incoming from Nepper on Kelso, takes that second position off him. Bit of a block pass, but gets it done. Just looking at David Alonso in fifth, he's not making any forward moves, and it looks like he's just keeping his tyres for the end. You will need to look after your Pirelli around Silverstone, that is for sure. I know you've got the Hanger Straight, you've got the Wellington Straight. You've got the start finish now, which they're just coming across, leaving us 11 laps to go. As they go through Abbey, it's still Olgado in the lead. Kelso's trying to make a move there on Nepper. Bit of elbows out. And Ortola takes a pair of them as they go through Farm. Hopefully everything's alright with the stream. So they're going through... Oh my word. Just going through Store there, and 3 doesn't go into 1, and Kelso's back in the lead now with Olgado in seconds. The yellow flag in sectors 3 and 4. Zarathuz has crashed out at turn 11. So as they go over the start-finish straight, it's Kelso back in the lead from Olgado. Into Abbey. Just looking to see if David Munoz, he's up to 15th. But I don't know how far he is back. Rulston's got a track limits warning. I mean, Munoz, he's capable of getting back to this front group, but how much tyres is he going to have to use? Probably quite a bit. But he's just taken another place, so he's in 14th now. But I can't see the gap between this front group and the chasing pack. God blimey, that's tight between Joe Kelso and Ivan Ortola. Ortola gets the better of Kelso, moves up into second. Donny Olgado's in P1. Slipstream City as they're coming into Store. Still Olgado P1. Kelso takes that place back as they come into the left-hander at Vale. Ortola's now in P1. Slipstream City on a Moto 3 bike. Colin Vire, he's in 9th. Just looking, he's looking steady enough. Tatsuki Suzuki is looking more impressive though. His teammate, I've got to say, he looks more settled. So 9 laps to go. We've got Ortola, Kelso, Olgado. That's your top 3. 4th is Stefano Nepper. David Alonso in 5th, where he's been pretty much all race. As they come over the start-finish line now, that's the old start-finish line. It catches me out every time. Oh my word. Nepo just dive-bombed Kelso, put it right over his nose. Neither of them lost any time, but it's a close move, and it doesn't really need to be with 9 laps to go, but there you go. So it's Ortola from Olgado Nepa, Kelso Alonso, Fernandez Suzuki Yamanaka, Colin Via, and Rulston. Actually, that's not Rulston, that's Rueda. Rulston's down in 19th after that early contretemps that he had. David Munoz. Right, there we are, we've got the gap. Munoz's in 12th. He's got 3.2, 3.3 seconds to make up to get into this front group. 8 laps to go. We've got the right there at Farm. And now we're going to be going on to the Wellington Straight after they come out of the village. What can we do now slipstream wise? Down this Wellington Straight, who's going to make a move? Donny Orgado's back at the front. Nepa's trying to put him under pressure, but he didn't want to take the lead there, Nepa. I think he's quite happy letting Orgado do the donkey work up front. And it's as you were. You can just see David Munoz in the back, although that gap's gone up to 3.5 as he comes down the Wellington Straight, and that's pretty much because he's at front of that group and he's not getting a slipstream off anybody, he's doing the hard work himself. If you're a Scott Ogden fan, just to let you know, he got taken out, unfortunately, early on in the race. Not his fault, but hey ho, he shouldn't have been where he was anyway. Should have put a better qualifying in yesterday. Ortola and Kelso were swapping paint. I think Joel Kelso was just letting Ortola have a little bit back from the elbowing session they had earlier. So now we're going down the Hanger Straight into Stowe. Orgado, Nepa, Kelso, Ortola, Alonso, Yamanaka is actually top 6. Fernandez, Via, Suzuki, Vitelli, and Rueda. That's your top 11. Then there's a gap of 4.2 seconds. Seven laps to go. Kelso's happy to sit in behind Donny Orgado there. He might have to make a move any second now though, because Nepa's putting him under pressure, as is Ortola. 4 into 1. Oh my word, as you would expect. As they're coming through Farm, driving out of Village down the Wellington Straight. It's all getting a little bit tight. They sort themselves out though, as they tend to do in Moto 3. And it's still, after all that, Orgado, Kelso, Ortola, Nepa lost a place. Alonso still in 5th, keeping out of trouble. He's got Yamanaka right behind him. Colin Via, he's up to 8th now, taking over from his teammate Suzuki in 9th. Seven laps to go. I'm just wondering at what point you wouldn't expect tyre issues with a Moto 3 bike because we're not used to it. However, these new Pirellis that they brought are softer and they do need a little bit more managing. We've got a long Holgado still. They're going down the Hanger Straight. It's Holgado in the lead. He manages to hold the lead into Stowe. But behind him there's 4 or 5 bikes, 5 abreast, all looking. Who's that? Someone's out wide on the green there. I think it was Nepa. Indeed it was Nepa. That'll be one of his 3 transgressions for sure. He wasn't just wasn't he? He was well and truly on the green there. He'll say he was taking avoiding action though. However, The stewards might take a different view there. So it's Olgado, Ortola, Alonso's moved up into third. Joel Kelso. Colin Vaya. Vaya's going to be coming under pressure from my man Yamanaka. It's as you were though. Fernandez 7th. Nepper's just taken Rueda to take 8th. As we go through Brooklands there, Ortola, he's taken over at the front from Donny Olgado. Was pushing it into the bend there at Brooklands, but got away with it. 6 laps to go. Joe Kelso, he's looking feisty today, and he's looking like he wants to be at the front. It looks like he's got a fast machine. Is he using tyre? We'll find out. Almost running the back there of Ortola, did Joe Kelso. He carried so much more speed. Yeah, the group now, the front 11 have got almost a 5-second lead to David Munoz in 12th. So I think he's pretty much done. He's not going to bridge that gap, that's for sure. Oh, my word. Joe Kelso moves up into second, takes Ortola. We'll see what happens here. 4 into 1. They're coming out of Luffield. Around Woodcourt. Kelso gets pushed a little bit wide there by Alonso. 5 laps to go. They come through into Copse. Not Copse, sorry. Farm. Chapel. Now they're going down the Wellington Straight. Ortola's got a 0.4 of a second lead. As he decided, 5 laps to go, I'm going to try and break this field apart now so you can go with me. So they're going down the Wellington Straight into Brooklands, and that gap, yeah, it's been closed down a little bit now, so it's halved. So it's Ortola P1, Olgado 2nd, David Alonso in 3rd, Colin Vyers up to 4th, Nepper 5th, Fernandez 6th, Kelso 7th after he got pushed out a little bit a lap ago. He just lost a little bit of ground, but he's still there. Rueda 8th, Yamanaka, my tip for the win. He's in 9th. Suzuki in 10th, Bertelli in 11th. Then that gap of 5.5 seconds to something's gone amiss there. I think Munoz might have used a bit of his tyre up there trying to get back to the pack early on, because he lost a couple of places, and there's a 6-second gap now after the front 11, of which anyone can win this from that front 11. So we're now going down the Hanger Straight. Ortola's got that half a second lead again. Colin Vyer in second as they go into Stoke. Olgado in third. It's good we had a great onboard then, but you can't see. Fernandez is trying to come under Nepper there. Ooh, that's tight. Blimey, 4 laps to go. Into Abbey. Ortola at the front has kept that lead for the last couple of laps at almost half a second. I think Colin Vyers decided we need to close this gap down. I'm the man to do it as they go through Village and down the Wellington Straight. Can they close this gap to Ortola at the front, because it's up to 0.6 of a second almost now. Incoming Olgado on David Alonso. Clean move. Neither of them lost any time there. That Colin Vaya has closed that gap slightly to Ortola at the front now. We will find out. Is it going to go through? Maggots and Beckett's. We'll see. Because, yeah, that gap's come down to 0.2 of a second. I was just trying to see there as they go onto the hanger straight. They closed it. It's down to 0.2 of a second, and there's a chance that Ortola's going to get slipstreamed here by the time they enter store. In fact, he does. He has a look across there like, oh, I thought I broke you lot, and I haven't. Colin Vaya's now taken over in the lead. So it's Colin Vaya from Ortola. Ortola's going to get done on the inside there by David Alonso. Bit of a block pass, gets it done though. So Ortola's gone from trying to break him to he's now in third. He's going to be coming under pressure from Olgado. Three laps to go. As things stand, this is going to be changing corner by corner now. Nepper's trying to have a look at Olgado there. Decides, thinks better of it. Pulled out of it wisely. So we've got Colin Vaya P1, Alonso in P2, Ortola P3, Olgado in 4th, Nepper 5th, Fernandez 6th, Yamanaki 7th, Kelso 8th, Rueda 9th, Suzuki 10th, Bertelli 11th. Out of the front 11, that's where your winner's coming from. Only 2 have got track limits warnings. That's Rueda and Bertelli. But it's typical Moto 3. It changes corner by corner sometimes. It's like there's a prime example. Olgado's just done Vaya for second. And slipstream around Silverstone makes a big difference. Do you really want to be leading coming into the final lap? Not sure that you do. Oh my word, David Alonso there through Beckett's. He's pushing. He is pushing, and the tyres are... You can see the tyres there are starting to mark up on these Moto 3 bikes. David Alonso though still manages to hold P1 as they go through store. The left into Vale. Oh my word, Olgado and Ortola there into Vale and out the club. They were getting close as you like. 2 laps to go. And at the front now, David Alonso's trying to make a break. He doesn't want a bun fight on the final lap, that's for sure. Trouble with Silverstone, Slipstream City. Ortola in second, Colin Vaya in third. And everybody's getting a little bit fractious behind now because they can all see that Alonso, Ortola, they're just trying to make a break. They haven't done yet, but they've just got something like, I'd say it's nothing more than 4 or 5 bike lengths, but that can be enough. So down the Wellington straight, it's Alonso from Ortola. They've got 0.3 of a second gap back to Colin Vaya. They're going through Luffield now. They'll drive it through Woodcourt and hang a straight in about 15-20 seconds time is going to be key with just 2 laps to go. Everybody will want to be in sort of 2nd, 3rd, 4th position, get a double bubble slipstream on the final lap, and then try and hang on through Vale and Club. And can you take the victory? My word. Oh, dear me. So it's still Alonso at the front from Ortola, but that gap they had has gone. Forget that. So now we're going down kind of straight as they start the preparation to turn right into Stowe, and Alonso has gone from first to excuse me, he's battling to hold on for second, but he won't be able to. He's gonna struggle not to end up in fourth or fifth here. Oh, Alonso sideways. Sideways into Vale there, but he takes a tight line and he's lost all his momentum coming through club over the start finish line. 1 lap to go. This is your last lap. And Colin Vire, he's got a 5 or 6 length, with all the messing going on behind him, he's got a 5, 6, 7, 8 bike length lead at the front. Donny Orgado, P2. Ortola, P3. Alonso in 4th. Yep, Nepper in 5th. My man Yamanaka in 7th. He's still there, but I don't think he's got the pace today, to be honest. So as they go into the left at Brooklands, David Alonso's holding the tight line there, makes the move into second. Colin Vire's lead at the front's down to about 3 bike lengths now. Oh my word. Out the seat there was Nepper. That's his race done. He's managed to stay on the track, but he nearly launched into the moon there. Blimey. Yeah. Vire at the front. His lead now is down to nothing. It's a bun fight. You've got Alonso in 3rd. Ortola in 2nd. Then there's a little bit of a gap to Donny Orgado. Looks like... Oh my word. Oh... Alonso there, contact with Colin Vire. Luckily, Vire, he held it in there and he's not lost any ground. However, it did lose him 4 or 5 bike lengths, but Slipstream City again. Down the hanger straight. We've got Ortola at the front, weaving now, trying to break the tour. Alonso into Stowe, takes Ortola on the inside. No, he doesn't. He cuts right across his nose. Vire goes underneath the pair of them, looks to his left-hand side. Oh, it's a bun fight, as I've said. And after all of that, Ortola's in front from Alonso, but he's deep. He's deep into Vale. It's going to be a bun fight right to the line, and it's going to be, oh my word, Ortola from Alonso, from Vire, Olgado, Nepper, Yamanaka, Kelso, Fernandez, Rueda, and Suzuki. And that is what Moto 3 is all about. Coming into the final 2 turns at Vale and Club. The winner could have come from 4 bikes could have had that. Vire was unlucky. Alonso was a little bit naughty, pushing Vire wide. But there you go. That's what Moto 3 is all about. How close do you like your racing? And for the championship, that's a good enough result for Alonso. Did push for the win. He's not trying to defend and look after his championship lead. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Moto 3 at its finest. My only surprise is that the front group only had 11 riders in it. But that was mainly because of some shenanigans that went on earlier with David Munoz getting pushed wide, or else he would definitely have been in the mix there. No, I've got to admit, send apologies. Can't do the Moto 2 and Moto GP because my beloved Wisła Krakow are playing. So we're going to be covering their match away in the BetClick Polish League 1. Feel free to join us for that. If you've never watched a Polish football, or if you want to watch it, it's on Polish TV if you can get a stream, or Unibet, if you've got a funded account there. I think they're doing a stream as well. So there's a good chance we take the victory today. However, we've got 2 two of our centre halves are out. I think Collie went off the other night against Vienna. I think he's done his Achilles, so I'll be amazed if he can start. And Beardzicki, he got a red card last week in the league, so he's going to be suspended. So it's going to be a tough game. It should be a good game. Join us. Kickoff's at 1:30, so I'll probably get online for the stream about 10 minutes before. We'll just see what teams they put up, and hopefully we can get 3 points and start moving up the league. We are out of the Europa qualifying now after Vienna give us a bit of a good hiding. But there you go. That's life. So our next European adventure will be to get into the Conference League, European Conference League. So there'll be another game on Thursday for Wisła Krakow. So we'll be covering that one as well. If you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and if you ping that notifications bell, you can keep abreast of what we've got coming up. We'll have plenty of English Premier League matches for you, plenty of Championship games, plenty of Scottish games. There'll be cricket. There's all sorts coming up on Catch It Live First. So I'm going to get ready now for the Polish stream. So I'll say thank you very much for watching. I'm Jimmy James. Dzień dobry. Dziękuję bardzo. We'll be back at 1:20. Have a great day.